Hey peeps, it's JJ with Crafting with Baby Girl, and I have another subscription box today. It's different though. I got it from Darn Good Yarn. They offer 3 subscriptions. One's for yarn, and one is for fabric, and one is for beading. So here's the box. So still looks like an old one, like the one I just opened, but it's different. And actually I'm a little disappointed in the sense that, well, maybe not. They shipped them together. So I'm opening this is for the fabric and the bead subscription. Each of these subscriptions is $10, and then you pay shipping. The thing I thought was interesting is I paid twice as much shipping because you still pay the like $4.50 shipping or $4 shipping, and I did say 50 cents, I think, having them shipped together. So I paid like $7.50 shipping for this, when if I had gotten them separate, it would have only been 50 cents. Anyway, so I mean, I guess I say 50 cents, but we'll see. We'll see what's inside. All right, so here we go. Showed you the top of the box. There's nothing fancy. The box is just like this, and that's the shipping thing, I think. Yeah, we'll take that out. So this is what I'm seeing. And remember, this is actually 2 subscription boxes, so we'll do this separate, kind of. The first one we'll do is the beads. And this comes with a project that you can accomplish. So let's look in here and see. Okay, so I have a pack for beads and I have a pack for fabric. Basically what I'm trying to do right now is decide if this is worth the money that I'm spending, if I'm going to get my money's worth, or if I want to keep these subscriptions. I want some subscriptions that are little projects that I can do, but at the same time I don't want them to break the bank. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're starting, there's 2 patterns. One goes with the fabric, one goes with the beads. So in this, it looks like the pattern for this, we will be making a necklace, which actually I really like that necklace. I think that's what we'll do. With the new year comes new possibilities, a time for reflection in which we can refresh our soul. With its infinity loop design, this can be worn as different layers and evenly spaced beads that become a steady, creative mantra. This delicate necklace encompasses the pattern of new beginnings. This tells me what's in it. Let's see. Okay, so on the back is where the instructions are. So let's see what's in our little tiny bag. And this is where I'm just not sure this is worth $10. Okay, so the first thing we get is some bead cord. Let's see if it gives prices. It does not. Thread with a needle attached. And let me take it out, because at this point it doesn't look like there is a needle. Oh, there it is. There is a needle that comes with it. Oh, it comes with one of those, oh, the thread is already attached to the needle. But it's one of those, I'm not going to take it off. It's one of those really, can you see that? The little skinny ones. I forget what it's called. Ah! Flexible? I don't know. I forget at the moment. So that's what one of those needles are. And this thread is natural silk, 100% nature side. And it is 2 meters. Okay. Then the next thing we have in our little itty bitty package. Now, I mean, I realize beads are small, but are crimp tubes. Whoops. They're gold crimp tubes. And the next thing on it, in our bag is some beads. Now I really do like these beads. This is really my style. So I'm really torn on this. Can you see those? There you go. So there's a strand of the beads just on some fishnet or fishing wire type or cord. I mean, they're kind of like a turquoise and brown and some golds. They're not all the same type of bead, but they definitely all blend. But I don't know. Let's see if it says if they're like glass beads. Let's see. We got a packet silk cord, a packet of crimp tubes, and 1 strand of beads. So I'm not sure what kind of beads they are. They kind of look like glass beads, so that's good. Then we got the little findings that we needed. So we have a lobster claw, and what do they? And clamshell covers. Let me show these. So we have our jump rings right there, lobster claw, and then these are our clamshell covers. You see all that? It's kind of hard to see. They're tiny. Okay, so that is what we got, and that is to make the necklace. So the bulk of the necklace is this cord, so basically that cord, which I kind of wish it was a little thicker, but I like it. And then we'll be putting the beads on and crimping them, which is similar to one of the necklaces I made before, but that one I tied instead of using crimp beads. So actually, you know, I really like the idea of this project. I know I sound kind of negative, and I don't mean to be. It's just, you know, $14, $15 for this. I'm really trying to decide where's the best place to put my money, because I can only get so many subscription boxes, and I really want boxes that are going to be fun. I like the idea of having projects, because with my busy schedule, I really don't have time to think about crafting, but I want to craft. All my thinking goes towards school. But at the same time, I want things that, you know, that you might be interested in, and so I'm gonna have to think on this one. I do have another box coming. They just shipped it, so we'll see what's in the next box. As far as this goes, I really like their little Yarn of the Month club. Just for $10, I think it's worth it. I'm just not as excited about the jewelry one. Although I like the project, not sure that it's worth the money. But we'll see how the next one goes. Maybe it'll get better. I think when I was reading the reviews that I heard that a lot of people were disappointed with the bead club. So I can see why. Okay, so the next one we have is fabric, and I love fabric. And actually, I can already tell this has got some very interesting fabrics. So we just got our little bag of fabric, and this is the pattern for what? Yeah, hold it. That we're gonna. It's for a guiding star quilting block. It gives us. There's instructions on step-by-step instructions. Okay, so let's see what's in the bag. Now, I don't know if you guys realize, but I'm in a hotel again. The air conditioning at our house, well, let me say it in order. The house flooded, or the basement flooded. Then our washing machine broke, and our air conditioner went out. All within a matter of a few days. So we're like, drama. And my son, he works all day on Saturday and all day on Sunday, so he only has enough time to come home, throw in a load of wash and sleep, and then he goes back to work. But it was so hot in the house and so humid in the house, because we're still cleaning. Well, we're in the process of cleaning out the basement as much as we can, because we're in 90-degree weather. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I got a dry throat. I guess I'm gonna drink real fast. Don't have to usually do that on camera. So, but really dry throat. Duh. Okay, so really humid house with all the water. We had to clean up. The washing machine leaked, so the main level had water everywhere, but that's now cleaned up. But it's not working. We've dried out the basement mostly, but now it did a lot of damage to stuff that we had stored down there, so we're going through all that because that stuff's not dried out yet, and deciding what to keep and what's salvageable and what's going in the trash. And we're all doing this all in a 90 to 100 degree house, which is just oozing all this humidity and making it worse. So he just couldn't sleep. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to a hotel. Mom, you want to come? Yes, I do. So I'm here. And he's at work right now, so I have the hotel to myself. I got up, went to church, stopped by the house and said hi to my husband, who's a sweetheart. He's staying at the house and working on it still. And I came back to the hotel and decided to go ahead and do this unboxing because I want to play with it. So here we are. Okay, so our bundle of fabric. Oh, they must sell these. Okay, this is a fat quarter fabric pack, sari silk medley. Okay, and it comes with, oh, these are all like I should show you this, how they're like intertwined, folded. But I'm gonna open this because I'm not in the car and I'm at a table and I can open things without having to worry. Okay, so see how they're like accordion together? But I want to show you this because we're gonna take them apart. I'm so in love with this orange one. I'm not a big orange fan, but look, it's silks and it's got all these little embroidery designs on it in gold and black. This would be like a great Halloween fabric. I'm loving that fabric. I'm not sure I want it for this quilt. I think I could do something for Halloween. Awesome for that. I'm just folding it back, so it won't get folded the way it came, but I don't want it to not have a place to go. Okay, so the next one, again, pulling it out of the little bundle, is, and these are silks. These are definitely silks. And this one is just kind of a dark teal, almost shimmery, but it's distressed, well, probably because it's silk, but it's a distressed, you can't really see the distressed on it. There's some spots where it's distressed. And it is got the checker on, the square pattern on it. And the square pattern is kind of a, I'm guessing probably a black, some shade of black. So we'll fold that one up. I haven't really worked with silks, so this would be really fun. This is another one. This is just plain. But it's a little bit thicker. Dude, I like the selvage. Check out the selvage. That selvage is, I want to do something with the selvage just because it looks cool. Okay, but there's no pattern on this except for the selvage. I shouldn't have undone that because now it's not wanting to go back. Okay, I'll fix that in a minute. But you can see it is just kind of a batik-y almost type color, in the sense that there is different shades of green and some yellow and almost just kind of a dingy look. So I think you kind of can see that in there. Yeah, the different shades. And we'll set that one aside. And then last but not least of this section, there's another section of yarn, or I mean, of yarn, of fabric, is this. Oh, I love, it matches my hair. I love this. And it also has some embroidery on it, and this is done in gold. And these are just fat quarters, so, but check it out. Okay, I'm really liking that. I like the fact that this is a different, the silks are different for me, but I think this box often has a lot of silks in it. And this, okay, so we're on to the next thing, and it is a sample card sari silk medley. And so we have the dark, like a dark teal with some embroidery on it. The orange does not have embroidery. Then we have another really deep purple. And the really fun one is covered, so let me get to that. Or at least the one that looks very intricate. Okay, let me bring it on this side. So this multicolored with the teal and, or kind of an aqua and gold color. I like that. So that's a sample card. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the project or not. Let's look at the project real fast. That was everything that came with the kit. So we just get our little sample of fabric. And I don't do a lot with silks, so I don't know what the going rate is for silk. These silk fabrics, if they're hard to work with. I mean, not really into having to work with a very intense fabric. I just want some nice cotton and go, but if it's not too hard to work with, then we can do that. Not only that, we're looking at making a quilt block, and one quilt block in silk is not going to go with anything that I make. So I'm going to have to be very creative and turn this into something that, some kind of a sampler or something, not a sampler, but like a wall hanging or a project, because you definitely don't want to use this like for a mug rug or anything like that. Not if it's silk. But let's see. Yes, we have to cut out 4x4 squares, 5x5 squares. We do use the sample the sample fabrics are part of the block. So we do have some straight pieces on there, I believe. Maybe, well, it's the block is only asking for 3 fabrics, and we got, yeah, these are the right size for those, but how many? We got 4 fabrics, so I'm not sure how all 4 fabrics fit into the quilts, or the quilt block. Little confused on this one. And that's basically all I got a string that came with one of my fabrics. So a little confused with this one, not a lot of instruction. The pattern is all pictures, there's no words to tell me what to do. I'm not really, it says sew grouped pieces together. And it is a photocopy, or it looks like a photocopy, so the shading on it is very skewed. You know, you have, is this match this? Is this the color block we're looking for? The black is it black, or are we talking about a gray? I mean, there's so many different shades that it would be so much easier if this was in color so that I could follow the colors. The black and white makes it very difficult to know what color we're referring to. And literally, the verbal or the written instructions say sew together. Yep, I could have figured that one out. So I hate to be hating on this. I was really excited for it. I'm gonna work on the project. We'll see if I fall in love with it. I do have another box coming. They said it's in shipping. The printing label's been done, and it should be shipping. I should get it next week. So I will do an unboxing of that, and we'll see how the boxes compare. And from there, we'll make the decision of whether or not we want to continue spending $30 on what I just showed you. Because I'm thinking for $25, I get the sew sampler box, and I get a lot more. So, not sure. What do you think? I mean, do you think this box is really worth it? Are you excited about seeing me do the projects from this box? Does this like float your boat? Or do you have other suggestions of boxes where I could put my money towards that? I'm looking for crafting boxes, preferably ones that have projects. I have a bunch of quilting boxes that I get, so I'm kind of looking for boxes that are not just quilting boxes. I want some crafting boxes that do more than, than just the fabric, although I love the fabric. But I'd like to have something where I can sit in front of the TV and work on a project. So even something that was specifically embroidery, although I don't embroider, I could learn. That might be kind of fun. I did hear about a cross-stitching box, which I used to cross-stitch when I was growing up all the time, and haven't done it for years. That would be fun, and I'm looking into that one, but that would replace this box. So that's what I'm trying to decide. So let me know what you guys think. Until next time, later peeps.